Abul Abbas is a secondary enemy who appears in Metal Slug and is the leader of the Arab rebels after allying himself with Donald Morden. He appears to order the Arab soldiers to fight, but when he sees his soldiers defeated, he retreats. He appears twice as a leader of soldiers, and again during the player's fight against the Kisi or Iron Nokana vehicle. When vehicles are destroyed, it raises the white flag and surrenders.
Abul Abbas seems to have a good sense of smell as he detected Eri even though she was hiding. He can show courage when needed, although he often retreats when cornered. He is considered a laughing stock by most of the rebel army, as he is often called Loser Abbas, and other higher-ranking officers such as Abigail are constantly disappointed by his performance. He builds an Asi Nero machine, but his plan fails by billionaire El Dorado. He later appears in the city where he is suddenly informed that there is a new weapon already built next to his territory. Trying to manipulate the situation to his advantage, he decides to use his connections to the east, and hire the assassin Shizuka to restore his interests with the rebel army. In the Dancing Brave mission, Shizuka has to destroy the Ptolemaic Union 03 machine, but Aisha interrupts him and asks him to assign the mission to her. After some praise, which causes an awkward moment for her, he lets her go. When she returns, he thanks her and compliments her again, causing another awkward moment. While exploring some ruins with his forces, Abul Abbas encounters the desert monster Zoni Doloma, who quickly defeats his ill-equipped forces. He hopes to send reinforcements, but is initially concerned that defeat by a fish would be embarrassing if he informs Beatrice. Normally he would have asked Shizuka to accompany him and deal with such a threat, but she wasn't there during the mission. With his forces rapidly retreating, he decided to make the move and called Beatrice, only to be answered by Vicky. He abused her in his haste for reinforcements, and ordered them to withdraw without any other option. However, Kriemhild arrives and saves his forces from the monster. He thinks Vicky is making a cruel joke, but Kriemhild tells him that she was ordered to improve the morale of his men. Abul Abbas is proud that he can expel her if he wants. Another story by the same character. He first appears as a guardian of the Big She machine. He discovers Yoshino and fights her, but the latter defeats him and rushes to help Dragonov and Caroline. He later attempts to build a new base in the Sand Kingdom with Asi Nero but is thwarted by El Dorado and the regular army. El Dorado takes him into custody to answer for his crimes. Abul Abbas somehow escapes from El Dorado prison, resuming his war with the regular army in his country. He also regained the trust of the rebel army and obtained a second machine to defend his land. He later returns to the base and rescues Shizuka from the army, though he has to abandon his machine. While carrying out more missions for the rebel army, he is seen discussing his plan with Shizuka, leading Aisha to become jealous. Abul Abbas refuses to let Aisha participate in an upcoming mission, which makes her feel sad. He also hired Aisha at one point, when she wanted to serve him, and was willing to kill herself if he refused her services. He accepted her services when he verified that Shizuka was not a murderer. When Aisha comes to her senses after learning a valuable life lesson from Cleopatra, she apologizes to Abul Abbas for her misunderstanding and is then surprised by her sudden growth and improved relationship with Shizuka. Sometime in the past, he and his men encountered a ninja village when ninja militants attacked the village without warning. Abul Abbas rallied his men to demolish the village. They killed an unspecified number of villagers, and Abul oversaw the operations from atop a Drash matcha machine. When Yoshino returned after learning that her village was attacked, she was overcome with anger, but was lucky not to be there.